揽投资国内专业的互联网理财平台，收益超银行活期数倍，已为众多用户带来丰厚收益。揽投资理财新选择，
源于民族之心，兴于品质之巅，成于健康之路。有爱有缘有三元。
经济学人2012年开设中国专栏，这是继1942年开设美国专栏以来第2次为单独一个国家开设专栏。有关中国的相关报道也经常登上经济学人的封面。近期，他还在上海发布了首份针对中国的商业报告《中国经济2015》。贝多斯说，他最感兴趣的中国故事还是经济问题，比如宏观经济、改革手段、增长引擎等等。
Okay, well, talk about China. I think you have run fantastic stories about China's reform, and what's interesting most when it comes to China-related reporting? Which sectors, which areas you?
You know, the Chinese economy and where the Chinese economy is going is surely, I would say, the single biggest question hanging over the world economy. Every single person in the world economy interested in global business or economics has to understand or has to try and understand what is happening in this country. And so that's the background against which I try and see where our reporting is going. And then the question is, so what is happening? And it's partly an analysis of what's happening macroeconomically. You know, is the Chinese economy slowing? By how much? How is the reform process progressing? Because it's an extraordinarily interesting economy. You're in the process of trying to change the drivers of the economy very fundamentally. You do it against the backdrop of huge opportunities, but some considerable challenges. And so and it's an economy that's very poorly understood. It's very difficult to understand well, I think. And so it's one where what I hope we try to do, which is to analyze the facts, to offer objective analysis, an independent view, really can add value. So I try to, and I have fantastic correspondents here, a very, very strong team. We try to understand what's going on, to analyze it, and to offer a view so that people outside China have an understanding of what's happening. And I hope people inside China would find that analysis interesting too. And in terms of sectors, you know, I think it's not an exaggeration to say that people find anything about China's economy interesting, because it's important. It's so big. The scale of this transformation, the scale of the economy is such. And frankly, the gap between the importance of the Chinese economy and most people's understanding of it is so big that there is a huge potential for you too, for good reporting about the Chinese economy.
But, you know, maybe short of personnel, budget, I don't know the budget allocation for China-related reporting. But I think you talk about you want to do everything, you want to explore each, you know, sectors. But how can you? Well,
you're right. I don't have the capacity to have a reporter assigned to every sector of the Chinese economy. Our overall team is small, and our team within China is quite small. But what we do is not the reporting of the sort that document every small change. What we do is to stand back and say, these are the big trends, these are the areas we need to focus on. And so, for instance, as you know, we've written obviously a lot this summer about the financial market, about the currency. I think understanding at a big picture macro level what is happening is one very important part. Explaining what's happening there. We have a big piece coming out about Chinese business, which was my Chinese business editor, but he's worked on it for many, many weeks. It's a very in-depth piece. So we do some pieces very in-depth, and we assign a reporter for a long time. Some are at the more bigger picture level, and then I hope that many of my subject specialists look at whether it's the Chinese tech sector, or whether it's Chinese media, or whether it's any particular sector in the context of the rest of the global industry. And I think that's another area where we can add value. We can put events in China, developments in the Chinese market into the broader global context.
What's the most difficult part when it comes to China-related reporting? So bureaucracy, or it's hard to access to?
I think if you ask my colleagues who are based here in Beijing or in Shanghai, I think that is a challenge. I think understanding the transparency is not always as good as it could be in terms of both data, getting access to data. You can only do really rigorous reporting if you have facts, and if you can find facts, and if you can find the information on which to base your analysis. Our analysis is only as good as the information that we can get to base it on. And so that, I think, can be a challenge.